Operations. Pretty much right over here. This is where it all goes down. This is where the serious operations occur. Pretty much right over here. Okay. If you've got some crazy name like Octavio Sargent Bobinson, I'm gonna call you Johnny or Dave, probably. Billy. Oh, it's Billy! Yeah, I don't really like looking at it terribly much. I don't know why, but I don't like it very much to look at. But I'm glad it's here for everybody.
Now approaching Arctic and International Airport Road.
I love this place. It's so good, I don't even know. This is a pretty good bus ride for me, though. Oh yeah, good one. Great spot. Love that shit. I know you love that shit. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna beat that? What's the move? How are you gonna beat those mountains? You don't. You just don't. Look at this shit. What are you gonna do? You just... That's why I'm here. Mountains are like my favorite thing. I like mountains. Whenever there's mountains around, I don't ever feel lonely. Every time I go outside, I go, wonder what my friends the mountains are doing. And then I look at them and I go, oh wait, yeah, is that? Oh, okay, alright, anyways. Back to the Anchorage view. Oh shit, okay, never mind. I was like, oh shit, I have to get off this bus eventually. Nope, not here, you don't.
Now approaching Arctic and 36th stop requested. Now approaching Arctic and 36th Avenue. Transfer gear to Route 85.
Such a cool place. what the fucking shit. Oh, it's red. There's a giant tattoo gun if you care to see. Wait, never mind. Wait, yeah, there it is. Crappy ass college in here. The city has like every kind of store you could ever imagine. That is for sure. They do have literally everything. It might be like twice the price of what you're expecting, but no, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. Not after you get used to it. You change what you like when you get here. Like I used to like that shit. Like the last time. Twice as much. So yeah. Oh my god, that's a great view. I'm all about the great views. I might live for that. I don't know. So that's pretty good. And we got a lot of whatever this kind of space is. Spaces in between. Mattery. Who wants to look to the left? Nobody. Look to the right. 7, number 7. Glass ass. Oh man, those numbers. What do you just? Okay, so we're going down a hill. That must mean that, like, we're getting close to my part of town. There's a dip coming up. I feel a little bit coming up. I live on the other side of a big dip. It's a dip. This is a fun part of it. There's our corner. Nice boat. Oh, that's a good ass boat you got there, Paulie. Oh, is that a fucking Cadillac up there in a pile of rust? Man, that's a nice ass pile of shit. Could fucking play over there for like, not today. If you play over there, I'll ditch you. I'm not staying out here. It's not that cold today, but it's definitely not that warm. Okay, here's this screen right here, okay? Alright, okay. Okay, alright. Thanks. And we got another turn coming up, maybe. Just kidding. Like, literally, like, bro, like, that's like where I, like, gotta, like, get off the bus, like, any second. Like, now, like, pulling cord. Prepare for corporal.
Stop requested.
Yes. So much of the stuff is gonna be fucking had here. This is gonna be. They did not want me to get off that bus. Yeah, they were like, oh, don't go. Aren't you gonna, like, fucking sit in the back and just mutter weird shit for longer? And I was like, oh, that's cute, but no, I'm gonna, like, go the fuck home. Like, have a great day, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Okay. So, oh shit, look. Flap issues. Whoosh. Alright, so here we are. Definitely in Alaska. Alaska. Alaska? Alaska. Okay, so sometimes that light talks to me like Stranger Things style. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so real quick factor. We got this going on in a very non-hippie type of way. Just take it in for a second. Friggin' mitochondria. Mitochondria. Okay, have some of that for a moment, why don't you? And then for a brief second, have some of this. Also in a very non-hippie way, real quick, F you. Love you. Okay. And moving on. Oh, let's see if I got what else I have really quick here. I had some things, but let's take a quick look at my YouTube watch history real quick, because we got some real cool people up here that I'd like to briefly go through. New York has doomed its middle class. Yeah.
So if you... New York City in recent years, but...
Starter homes are disappearing from the United States. In the early 1980s, as many as 40% of the new homes built were considered entry-level. By 2023, just 9% fit the criteria.
Give it another 20 years, and literally no young person will be able to afford.
Yeah, we don't have to wait 20 years for that to happen, because here in New York City, it's already happening. And while the prices for entry-level homes here start at around $200,000, for most people, living in these places becomes impossible after a year or two, because spending that amount will only get you a one-room, one-person studio in most of the city, making New York a place that's quickly running out of room for most of its residents. And the worst part about this is nobody in charge seems to care if New York's middle class disappears permanently.
Manhattan real estate sales stalled for 2 years as buyers and sellers just remained too far apart on price.
Okay, and moving on. Some theme music. Remember what Martin said, do not break out in the song on YouTube. And no singing! Okay, alright, sometimes you just get swept up. Moving on. Okay,
Well, they look like gas propelled. Fragmentary grenades. And if you notice, there's a little bell in the background. Ding
yes.
your bell. I fire you. Grenade.
At the enemy. So I'm not sure what they did with this. I think it's a part of an aeroplane. They've cranked it up to a little engine and they're just ripping around a beach here in the war. I love war. It's the mother of all invention and necessity. You just got to invent shit, yeah? It's like Bartertown times 10, yeah? It's a member of the resistance. She's happy. Actually, she's a Jewish lady and she's just been fighting Germans in the Warsaw ghetto. And the Germans were like, fuck me. You give a shit for weeks. You can have an official military parade as prisoners, but we will give you the respect of soldiers rather than the rest of the population. You go off to a holiday.
Well, that's Martin. And moving on.
Everyone, and welcome to the Friday night special live stream exploration of Stranger History on the Restitutor Orbis channel. It has been another fun, action-packed week,
And I just want to send out greetings to everybody. Hey, Chris. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, Tracy. Carmen, welcome. Calvin, good. This was supposedly from the briefing that they used at the time frame. Wellington Channel. Very, very interesting map, though, isn't it? The Northwest Passage, yeah. We're not going to show you anything here in the Arctic Circle, but you're going to find your way in the Northwest Passage. Yes. Really makes you wonder, doesn't it? And then this is that terrifying image of how they found the captain on the Jenny, apparently just frozen in his stateroom with the pen still in his hand. It's a lot of different aspects to it. Yeah, it's never like your grade school globe, is it, Robert? That's what it feels like, doesn't it? Really hard to tell, isn't it? And so you think about that. You see a map like that, and you've got this kooky guy who's telling you you're going to go on this expedition. There's only going to be 2 ships, but you're going to be famous if you make it through. Yeah, and never mind the fact that other people have encountered great difficulties trying to do so. Yeah, pretty much, Heidi. That's a good way to look at it, and that's what we still see to this day. Yeah, doesn't it, Cynthia? National treasure. Oh, yes. Well, that's just it, Sean. And then you have people who are trying to convince you that photography, even though they say it wasn't around in the 1820s, was around in 1814 when it suits their arguing point. So, yeah, it's really hard to know for sure exactly what's going on. You never know, Jamie. Maybe that's where the dragons are, too. That's what they were really looking for by going north.
Perhaps. I once asked my mother to buy me something, and she said, "Oh, you have such expensive taste. You're gonna need to be rich." And I was suddenly horrified. Maybe it was the idea that I would have to be anything. I don't think she meant it this way. I think that's the problem with people and communication. We should stop and ask the people, what do you mean with this statement? But I didn't. I just thought how horrible. I'll have to be rich. And in a strange way, I had a flash of enlightenment. I realized if I need nothing, then I will not need to be anything. I can just be whatever I am. I thank you for being here this week. I love you all. God bless, and welcome. It's kind of late in the evening. The theme of this winter has been a hot stove and the door open, no matter what the temperature. It's how I like it. Fresh air blending with a good heat. It's been a mild winter. I think we'll have one last hoorah. There's an expression, live the old timers.
And moving on, the John Levy channel.
Oh yeah, the Fish in a Barrel reality show is necessary today. A few days a week, I feel like the damn fish in a barrel. Frank sends me these packages. Twice a year, I get a nice package. I've gone through it, underlined stuff I want to talk about. Frank is one of the biggest thinkers in terms of how this reality works. We create our own individual realities. I just can't do it today. It would be put on. It has to match my mood. And oh my God, my mood is, I'll just tell you a few stories. I don't know what to do in this show. Oh my God. Well, let's just start out with this. Our friend Ghost, he emailed me, sent me a package. Well, it requires a signature. Okay, this has happened before. I've been here 22 on part of the map that doesn't exist in the library. Could you imagine if anybody? I've actually had a family member say to me right there in front of me, saying, "You don't believe what you talk about. You couldn't." And there's no way they could wrap their head around it. They said, "You people donate to you. That's how you make your measly living. You couldn't possibly. You're one of us. You're part of the family. You don't believe in anything. You couldn't possibly
in what you're putting forth. You just string these people along, and they send you $2 every so, and that you're lazy, Matt. You could go back and work for the corporations. You were a big executive in 1996 and 1997, 1998. You can go back and work for the insurance company. Actually, I'm blacklisted. Even if I wanted to, trust me, I can't get through a felon is invited to more interviews than my blacklisting per what I've been involved in. But they really believe that there's no way I believe in any bit of any, and you guys know there's no faking it. Everything put forth here I believe in 100%. And this reality is so strange that sometimes when I'm not quite sure, then I pull this out, and I truly believe in this, even though I can't really describe it. Even if it's real, it's fake. Now, I'm not going quite there with this. I'm saying for this, it's too perfect, the script that played out. The humiliation, then being brought to the top, to the pinnacle, including the Oscar, and the kissing the head of the circumcised Osiris head. Well, I guess it would be uncircumcised.
Welcome. Today is Saturday the 8th. And this is Anchorage, Alaska. I just wanted to start with this because now we're starting to see this a lot. Yes, this is Alaska. Okay, this is my channel. I'm sure you'll be happy to see. Oh wow, look at all this stuff. There's so much. Who made, what are these things? I have no, I do, for sure. Okay, alright. That's great. Okay, so let's see real quick. There's one more.
You can get offended all you want, but there are governors set in place. Some of them are for our safety, but most of them are necessary because any world that is created for others to experience needs to be beyond the ability of the participants to change. Because if they're able to change the construct that has been given to them to enjoy, then where are you going to set the perimeters of that change? When does order descend into chaos? There's no way to regulate it. Not when you have hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, or maybe even billions of souls all participating in the same construct. These governors are absolutely necessary. They define the perimeters of the very world you're experiencing in. I'll drink to that. So these governors, most of them are things that we have discussed in Archaics before. Most of them are designed in perpetuity. They're programming that are set on feedback loops. This conserves energy because evidently the construct is subject to the law of conservation of energy. So they're set on feedback loops. The governors that are set on feedback loops are borrowing energy from the participants. How do we know this? Because it's subject to another law, and that law is the law of diminishing returns. So in order to defy the diminishing returns phenomenon, energy has to be pulled from somewhere else. And it's very easy to see that participants lend their energy to any phenomenon that they're participating in. This changes what dungeon programming is. Dungeon programming is the programming that affects the collective. It is when a bunch of souls that are all thinking, wishing for, experiencing. It's like 100 million souls that on one day of the week all decide to be holy. And part of that ritual is walking, bicycling, or driving to certain locations where they're always holy on certain days of the week. The individuals participating in this act actually believe that they're doing something spiritual. But in reality, in in the reality, the construct is rendering for them an experience that emulates what they have perceived as a holy experience, which is leaving home with your family, dressed in a certain way, going to a geographical location where a whole bunch of other souls have all decide to dress up and come to at the exact same time. Everybody participating in the exact same thing, which is a belief structure. And that belief structure is whatever that denomination of religion adheres to at that geographical location. Those coordinates in the field, all the potentia around there becomes energized. That potentia collapses into more experiences that feed the feedback loop that everybody's enjoying together. Therefore, participants that are enjoying all this together now begin interfacing and borrowing information from each other, and this creates new phenomena that actually supports their belief structure. Individual souls that are more receptive to others, that are all participating in this type of feedback loop, are now pulling from the field new phenomena that supports an old paradigm. And they share it with others, and then others get excited because somebody just saw Jesus's eyes bled red. Oh, the stigmata was seen. 4 or 5 people now swear that they saw it too. These people have never lied before, and because it's a spiritual environment, all the people who can't see it still accept it to be true. The energy of excitement at being in the presence of something holy in a mass, or at a Presbyterian picnic after big church and Sunday, it doesn't matter. That excitement is an energy emanated from souls that's used by the construct for the perpetuity programming. Dungeon programming allows the construct to engage many souls in the same activities, which frees it to use more of its energy to create reality tunnels for those highly individualized souls like you parents who are going your own way, learning all about the construct, trying to make things, force circumstances to come true, whatever you're trying to do. It's building for you what you expect from your belief structures. But it requires energy to do it because you're not in a feedback loop and you don't have other participants. Therefore, energy is expended in building your world, as opposed to those who are ensnared in dungeon programming that are literally providing the very energy to perpetuate the deceit that they have fallen for. So these are governors. Governors are things that do not change. A feedback loop program is a governor.
And moving on. What if we can move more ourselves to something independent of thought? True potentia. What to draw off of. What to build and create from. I plant my own moral compass there. Drawing from myself more than I contain, more than I know. Even still, I realize and actualize and implement, organize and orchestrate, intuition flow. I track the essence through sovereign, errant, highly individualized, developed monad, soul, spirit, awareness. Wanna get away? Shell Beach. Dark City vibes. Alaska! Friday, February 7th. Oh man, that's old news. Made these tacos yesterday. Vegan tacos. Pulled barbecue jackfruit. Vegan cheese. Corn tortillas. Baked lightly with salsa and hot sauce. You can note the very saucy, hot, textury, whatever, if you want to take a look, which I think you do. Let's take a peek down in here. Take a peek into my taco. No singing! Okay, my bad. Dang, I freaking keep doing that. What is this? Oh, this is nonsense. Okay, here we go. We're doing this live right now, but self-awareness, breaking the chains of the past, self-agency, and the ability to impose your self-will. Wow. The hand is stronger than the steel. The hand laughs at it. Drip, drip. And remains. Hyboria. Wow. Arctic North. Oh, that's good. Hyboria. Yeah, don't forget about it. It's up there. It's up there. We do not know. I'm pretty close. What's this guy? Oh, that's the same one. What's this guy? I like it when it points. Point again at the desk. Okay, that's kind of weird. I've had enough of that. Nice, reliable work stuff. Get your paycheck. Go get your paycheck with this crazy face. Normal, real stuff. Jaffe should be proud. Well, I bet Jaffe's really effing proud. This package came in the mail the other day. Do. Freaking package. Thank you for the package. You're awesomely, sexily, super freaking coolly, awesomely, effing, awesomely cool. And I'm super grateful in every aspect of the way. Here's a picture of me doing this. Not really sure. Take a closer look. There I are doing that. Don't take it the wrong way. Just, you know. Okay. Sometimes I do this too, I guess. What is this? Okay, it's just my eye. Alright, then we got some more tacos. Tacos. Mountains out my window. Mountains out my window. That guy, that was a thank you picture. Thank you, here's a picture. And then, oh yeah, there's this. Again. Wow. Skaters. Nice. Skate you later. Don't jump up on the wall, Danny. Oh, I got this thing. Oh, we got cafe people too. What are they doing? What y'all eating over there? These people on here. No, good times were had by pretty much all, I suppose. And that's that. Let's go over here. Looks like we're caught up.